So here's the kit. It's 2 pages, and the first page has 4 pockets and 6 hearts. So there's 6 different colors. There's the tan color, a peach color, a green color, and a pink color, all pastels. And then I started cutting this one out. But on page 2, there's a blue color and a teal color. And then there's hearts in each one of the colors with just a line of some cream stitching through it and a grid pattern on the back for some interest. And then there's 6 again in each one of the colorways, word labels. And then there's 3 butterflies and 3 bird images. So these are 1 1/4 inch circles, these are 1 inch circles, and 6 banners in each of the colorways as well. These have doilies and a rose image on them. So, and this, these images have kind of a chevron pattern in the background as well, in cream colored. So that's the kit. And like I said, there's several different ways that you can cut these out. The first way is just to print them out in PDF and cut them out. So I'm going to show you an easy way to cut out the pockets. So you would just cut out the outside white borders off like that. And then here you would cut right through the side along the top, right like that, right to the end of the white. So you've got that. Then you would go just that little indentation there on both sides, and then cut there. And then that one is missing. I didn't do a very good job right there. A little bit of white showing still. Okay. Then you do the same thing on the third pocket. So again, down. So then you have your slots cut out. And then take a punch that kind of matches the size of the circles. I'm using a 1 inch punch, which is slightly larger, but not that much larger. It's going to look fine. So just punch until you get all of the white. There will be a little extra on either one of the sides, but that's okay. So just punch that out. Do the second one, punch that out. And third one, punch that out. And then you can take your journal page or whatever you're using and just glue on 3 sides like all the pockets. And once this is glued down, you won't even know that that was slit. The pattern, just the subtle pattern, helps camouflage that cut. If for some reason you wanted to cover up the cut, you can always use one of the images, the embellishments from the kit like that. But that's an easy way to cut them out by hand. So that's one way. The second way is using your Cricut, and you can use your Cricut in 2 different ways. There's other cutting machines and other ways of doing it. I only have the Cricut, so I can only show you the Cricut. But if you know your cutting machine, there's probably ways that you can do that as well. So I'm just going to show you a little quick tutorial on how to do it that way. Okay, so just open up your Cricut design space and go into a canvas. And then you want to upload. So click on upload over here and then upload an image. Browse your files, and wherever you have the files, the JPEG files that you downloaded from my kit, you would select one of those. So I'll select the first one and open it. This has to be the JPEG images, not the PDF images. Okay, and then it brings up your image here. I hit complex. If you hit simple or moderately complex, it doesn't complete the cut
or the printed image well. So I just use complex all the time. And continue. And it brings up your image here. And then the first thing that you want to do is erase this white background. So you've already, they bring you straight into erase mode. So just where your cross cursor is, you would click and it turns to this transparent blue color. And then as you can see in each one of these pockets, it's still white. So just put your little cross in each one of those and click. So that will erase all of those white spaces. If you accidentally click on the pocket itself and it disappears, you can just use this to undo and then go onto your pockets instead. You can also zoom this up if you want. And then the other thing I do is I go into my, you scroll up a little bit and hit erase. I take off this, the words here because it'll try to cut out that banner image there. And then you're ready to continue. So hit apply and continue. Now this is where you have two choices, or you can do them both. You can do just a cut image, or you can use print then cut. If you use a cut image, you can cut it on whatever paper that you want, your own digital papers, your own scrapbook paper, plain colored cardstock, whatever you want. So I'm going to try that one first. So I'm just going to click on that one. I'm going to name it, instead of the MQ stands for maximum quality, I'm going to call it cut. And I'm actually going to call it cut 2 because I've already got one on here. So I'll do cut 2 and upload. And there we have our upload already. So that one is done. Then what you would do is click on this image and add to canvas. So it brings the image to your canvas and it's extremely large. It's mine is 32 inches wide, so it's not going to be able to cut on your Cricut at this size. So I change it. If you're going to do a piece of 8.5 by 11 pattern paper or copy paper, I use 8.25 inches. Oh, sorry. I needed to, okay, let me just put this back on there. And I need to make sure that this lock button is clicked so that it's locked. Otherwise it will take the proportions off. So then I change my width to 8.25 and it proportionally changes the height to 10.725. And there's my whole image. And then what I would do is just make it. And it puts it on the canvas, the mat, to show you what it's going to look like. And you would just continue and just proceed as you normally do to cut out anything on your Cricut. If you wanted to print it out on a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock and make your pockets bigger, you could change the width to, I think it'll do maybe 11.5. And your height, well, that's not going to work. So actually you would do your height at 11.5. And your width will be 8.846 then. And then when you click make it, it will be a little bit larger on your mat. It's not going to be completely 12 by 12 because this is sized for an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, but it will give you slightly larger pockets. So you can play around with the sizes. You can also do it much smaller if you want to. So if we went back to our canvas and for some reason you wanted a really tiny pocket, you could say 6 inches here and then make it. And now you have a really small pocket. So you can just play around with that and get the size that you want. The other way that I wanted to show you in Cricut is if you go to upload and you would upload an image, browse, and you would pick your JPEG image again. This time I'll do the second page. and open that. And then again, click complex and continue. And again, we would click on the white spaces to make them go away. Click inside of the white circles to make that go away. Make sure you don't click on the pocket. If you click, like, for example, there, part of your pocket's going to go away. You can undo it over here, but just make sure that you're careful just to do the white part. And then I would scroll up on this side and click erase and get rid of the writing here because I don't want that to cut. Just like that, and then apply and continue. And then this time I want to do the print then cut image. So I would click this side, and this time I would name it print then cut. And I already have one of these as well, so I'm going to put 2 there. And to upload, this one takes a couple of minutes to upload. Okay, and then our image is up and it's right here. So I'll click on that, add to canvas. And here it is on our canvas. I still have the previous one there, so let me get the right one here. Let's get rid of that old one. Okay, so now it's in color. And for print then cut, the maximum size that you can use is 6.75 width and 9.25 height. So I usually just change the width and press enter, and that'll automatically change the height. If the height was over 9.25, you would have to change that down a little bit. But I'll leave it at this 6.75 by whatever it calculates to be the end. And then you would make it and continue. And then the first thing you would do is send it to your printer. So I'm just going to click send to printer. I usually turn the bleed off and turn the system dialog on, and then press print. You would print your image. You can change it to higher quality or whatever if you want. I usually change mine to high quality. Print it, and then it will automatically take you back to this screen and you'll say, I've already printed. And then it will connect to your Cricut here and cut it out for you.
So here's what I got from my Cricut. This was the first one that I cut just on some patterned paper. I used 8.5 by 11. I made it 8 1/4 inches wide, so it made it a little bit longer. And it just cut out my hearts, of course, in just the pattern paper, no designs that were from the original image, and the pockets. And those turned out really nice as well. Those ones are a little bit larger than the hand cut ones. This is the hand cut one. The hand cut one is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And this one on just the Cricut cut image is 4 inches square. And then this is the one that I did with the print then cut, and it's a bit smaller as well. My calibration is a little off, that's why that white is showing there, but these are 3 1/4 inches by 3 1/4 inches, so it's a little bit smaller than that one as well. And it cut out my hearts. So, and then this was page 1, and then you can do the same with page 2. So that's 3 different ways, so 1, 2, 3. And then the 4th way that you can do is I've included a PNG file. And the PNG file, you can just load it into your software. I use Photoshop Elements, but Photoshop, a lot of the different software, Photopea, GIMP, all of those ones can import a PNG file. Then you can make it as large as you want, as small as you want, sideways stretch it, the proportions however you want. And then you could do either hand cut that, or Cricut cut, or Cricut print then cut, importing it into your Cricut. That's kind of beyond the instruction that I'm going to give you here, but for those who are familiar with their software and prefer to do it that way, I've included a PNG file this time. You can also use the PNG file digitally. I'm not sure why you would, because it's a pocket, but perhaps you would use that as a design element. Or you could also put it into your digital software and put your own digital papers clipped to it, and then you could print out whatever you wanted for the colors using the shape. So it's like a shape template as well. This kit is, as with all my kits, it's for personal use only, so feel free to use whatever digital papers you have and overlay them and print and cut and do whatever you want, but please do not distribute my shape template or your finished shape template. So for example, if you took your own digital paper and put it on top, you can't sell that as or distribute it for free as a digital image or even as a printed image, unless you make it into a journal or something and then gift or sell the journal. That's fine. So that's all the different ways that you can use it. I'm just going to show you a couple of examples of how I put it in my journals. Okay, so here's a couple of my journals that I'm working on that I put some of these pockets in. This was my 500 subscriber freebie that is available on my coffee shop. I'll link that along with the Pastel Pocket kit down below. So pick that up, and this is just a Happy Mail, special Happy Mail journal that I am working on. And I decided to put one of the pockets right here. So there's 3 pockets with each of the 3 slots and 3 pockets. So there's a larger pocket at the back. This one's, the journal is bulging, so it's a little bit difficult to get it in and out. And then there's a middle pocket, and then there's a shallow bottom pocket. So they look pretty cute when they're done. This has a little bit of embellishment from the kit there as well. And then I also have one, oh gosh, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Sorry. So this one again has 3 pockets. This is a little bit larger. This is the one out of scrapbook paper, so postcard in there and a little tag and another little file folder thing. So they look really cute. Here's one of the hearts on the other side there. So they're very versatile. They look really cute in the journals. In this journal I just used the print then cut ones, and I put a couple little pockets. It's a nice cute little size for this size journal. Couple of the heart embellishments there. Here's another one. The colors are pastel, and they really blend with a lot of different colors. There's the green one. So I think there's maybe 1 more or 2 more in here. There's one of the other ones with the word label and the heart. So they're really versatile. You can make them in different sizes. You can make them 4 different ways. The colors are a beautiful damask pattern and subtle pastels that go with a lot of different things. And they have embellishments that go along with it as well. So if you're interested in the kit, the link is on my coffee shop down below. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, friends.